Hello, this is Sule from Pomona, California, Zone 10A. Today is February 1st, 2021. And usually the first and second week of February, I start my tomatoes. So today I thought I would bring you along and show you what I will be planting. So this is my tomato bag. I know I have a problem with seeds. This year, I'm going to try to collect my own seeds. I collect a lot of seeds, but I don't collect tomato seeds. These are my own harvested seeds from my garden. So I do have quite a few, but I've never collected tomato seeds, and that's going to be one of the goals for this year. Anyways, going back, so I have the tomatoes already picked, the ones I'll be growing. So let me go ahead and get them out for you. And I did get me a tripod, but I forgot to set it up. So we're just going to be doing the one hand method. All right, so let's show you. I think I'm missing one more. And I'm missing one more. And that's it. Alright, so I'll be growing the red pear tomato. I grew this once and I really liked it. So I'm going to give it another go in my garden. And then I'll be growing, this one is a pretty staple in my garden every year. So the Roma tomato, I'll be growing that one. And surprisingly, I'll be growing the Tiny Tim tomato. I did a video on the Tiny Tim and I said I wouldn't do it anymore because it's really small, and you know, because it's small, it doesn't give me like the other type of tomatoes do. But you know what? I'm going to give it one more shot in my garden because the tomatoes were really good size and they were delicious. And these are really good for container gardening. So yeah, I'll be growing that one. And last but not least, I'll be growing the large red cherry tomato. I don't know what happened in my hand right there. Anyways, so yes, I'll be growing the large red cherry tomato also in my garden. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these planted. All right, so here's the Tiny Tim. I have 10 seeds and I have them spread out so that it's easier for me to grab them when I'm going to put them in the Jiffy Peat pellet. All right, so here goes the first one. I'll get these planted, the 10 that I'm going to do, and I'll bring you right back. All right, so for these 10, we already have the seeds in there. They have already been closed, making sure that the little seed is not peeking out. And all I'm gonna do now is put my little label. And this 10 means that I did 10 Jiffy Peat pellets. So again, I have my label, and then I have my large red cherry tomato seeds spread out in my napkin, so it's easier for me to put it in the Jiffy Peat pellet. And I'm adding just one seed because that's what I always do. I always add just one seed, and most of the time they all come up. All right, let me get these planted and I'll bring you right back. All right, so I just made sure that the little seed is not popping out, that it's fully covered. So now all I'm gonna do is, you know, add my large red cherry label to the Jiffy Peat pellet so I know what I planted here. This 10 that you see here is so that I know that I planted the large red cherry in 10 of the Jiffy Peat pellets. And then we just add the label and voila, I'll go ahead and keep you guys updated as soon as they pop up for me. All right, so now we're going to do the red pear tomato. And I have my seeds already spread out here. And from the red pear, I'm only going to be doing 8. So let's go ahead and do the first one. Okay, so here we go. Oops, it went to the side. I'll get it in a bit. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, there it is. And I always put 1 seed in the Jiffy Pea pellet because I just don't like to waste seeds. Not waste seeds, but you know, have to do the thinning out and all that. I don't like that. So yeah, only 1 seed per Jiffy pellet. Let's go ahead and do another one here and bring you over. And there it is. All right, let me get these planted. I'll bring you back. Pear tomatoes are already in there, the little seeds. And as you can see, I covered up the little seed. And now the only thing to do is going to be to add my little plant tag. That way I know what I planted where. Here we are. Now we're going to plant the Roma tomatoes. Same process. I have my seeds already spread out. Going to add them to the Jiffy Pea pellet. Nothing hard about it. Very simple to do. And then you just wait and, you know, watch them grow. But let me get these done for the Roma tomato and I'll bring you right back. So we have the Roma tomato seeds planted. Again, I cover the little seed. And I'm not going to water these because they have already been, you know, pre-moistened. So I'm not going to add more water to that. I'm just going to let them be. And then I will add water as they need it. So the last thing I need for the Roma tomatoes is going to be to add my little plant tag. And again, you guys, no dirt under your nails. You're not gardening right. At least that's my excuse. And what's your excuse? Give me a new phrase because I think that's getting old already. But yes, you know, if you're a gardener, you're always gonna have dirt under your nails, I think, because I always have dirt under my nails, no matter how careful I am. The last one we're gonna plant today is going to be the tiny sweet. This is seed that Babs from Babette is in the garden sent me. Big shout out to Babs, and thank you, Babs, for the seeds. I will finally get them planted. So I am going to only be doing 5, and the reason for that is because I don't want to use up all the seeds that she sent me because they are super special to me. So yep, let's go ahead and get these last seeds planted. And hopefully you can see that with my dirty nail. And the seed is stuck to the dirt on my nail. There we go. There it is. It's planted. And, you know, everybody has different ways of starting their seeds, and I respect everybody's way of starting seeds. I just thought to share with you so that you can see how I start my seeds and then see if you want to give it a try. And if not, that's absolutely perfectly fine. No problem. As long as you get your seeds planted and they come up for you, do whichever way works best for you. You know, you don't have to follow somebody else. You can maybe use that person's technique to perfect your own. But yeah, you know, do whatever works for you. Oops, that one totally jumped out, but we found it. I thought it would escape, but it didn't. All right, so last one in. All right, let me get these covered up and then I'll bring you right back. The tiny sweet that Babs sent me, so I'm calling these Babs Tiny Sweet Tomato, and all that's left to do is put my little plant label or plant tag. That way I know what I planted here. And that's it. So we're all done planting today. Just a little recap. We planted the Roma tomato, the red pear tomato, and the tiny Tim tomato. And these are all from M.I. Gardener. I have bought the seeds from him for a very, very, very long time. I think since he started his shop. And then these, which are, we are calling Babs Tiny Sweet. These are the seeds Babs sent me, so I've never grown these. And then the large red cherry tomato. And I think I got these from Ray Praxis. I believe that's the correct channel name. But either way, all these I have grown before and they do great. This year I'm sticking to smaller tomato, cherry type tomato, because they do better in my garden. Because of the heat, they produce fast. So once the real heat comes in the summer, these plants have already given me a lot of tomatoes. So I'm sticking to the smaller ones. In the future, I may still plant the big ones, but for this year, I want to focus just on the smaller type of tomatoes. I hope you guys enjoyed, planting these seeds with me, and hopefully we can watch them grow together in my garden. And well, guys, that's it from Little Bean's Garden. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with your friends. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.